7 danger signs you should never ignore, what they feel like, what they mean, and what to do next. It's a chilly Monday morning. You've got coffee in one hand, keys in the other, and you're hustling to beat school traffic. You roll up to a light, tap the brakes, and the steering wheel starts shaking. Or worse, your car pulls to one side. Your heart drops. You whisper, "Please stop, please stop." We've all had that moment. Your brakes are the most important safety system on your car. When they whisper, you listen. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 danger signs you should never ignore, what they feel like, what they mean, and what to do next. We'll keep it simple, real, and very doable. By the end, you'll know when it's okay to drive to a shop and when it's time to call a tow truck. Stick around to the end for a 60-second monthly brake check that can save you hundreds of dollars and maybe save you from a scary moment on the road. How your brakes actually work? Let's keep this short. You press the pedal, a booster multiplies that force. Brake fluid carries it through sealed lines to each wheel. At the wheels, calipers squeeze brake pads against metal discs called rotors. That friction slows the car and turns motion into heat. On some cars, especially on the rear, you might have drum brakes. Brake shoes press outward against a drum. 2 things matter most: clean, healthy brake fluid inside a sealed system, and calipers and hardware that move freely so pads can press evenly. If any of that is off, contamination, corrosion, sticky parts, you'll feel it through the wheel, the pedal, or the way the car tracks down the road. Be honest, when's the last time you even looked at your brake fluid? If you're thinking, never, this is your sign. Problem number 1. Vibration in the steering wheel when braking. The symptom: you're going 50 to 70 miles per hour on the highway, traffic slows, you brake, and the steering wheel shudders. Sometimes the whole car feels like it's buzzing. What it usually means: uneven rotors. People say warped, but most of the time the surface is uneven from heat spots, rust, or pad material deposits. If you hit a puddle or wash the car right after a spirited drive, hot rotors can get uneven when they cool too fast. Sticking caliper slide pins. If one side doesn't release, one rotor overheats and wears unevenly. Less common: loose wheel bearings, uneven lug nut torque, or out-of-round tires. Why it's risky: uneven braking reduces grip and increases stopping distance. At speed, especially in rain, that vibration can throw off your control. What to do? Safe test. On an empty, straight road, brake from highway speed. If the vibration grows with speed and brake pressure, suspect the front rotors. If you feel it more in the seat than the wheel, rears might be the issue. Ask the shop to measure rotor thickness variation and runout. Clean and lube slide pins and replace pads and rotors as a set if needed. After new pads and rotors, follow the bed-in procedure so the pad material lays down evenly on the rotors. Problem number 2. Brake fluid leak or low fluid. The symptom: your pedal feels too easy or it sinks lower than it used to. Maybe you spot a small, slick puddle under the car. Sometimes the red brake light flickers when you turn. What it usually means: a leak at a caliper, brake hose, hard line, wheel cylinder on drum brakes, or the master cylinder. Low fluid because pads are worn down. Fluid level drops as the caliper pistons extend. If it's below min, it needs attention now. How to recognize brake fluid: it's slippery, usually clear to light amber, and it can damage paint. It doesn't smell like engine oil or coolant. Why it's dangerous: no fluid means no brakes. No pressure means no brakes. This can go from soft pedal to the floor fast. What to do? If the pedal sinks to the floor, don't drive. Tow it. If it's soft but you still have brakes, check the reservoir. Do not rely on topping it up as a fix. It only masks the problem. Use only the fluid type printed on your cap. .3 or .4 are most common in the US. Don't mix types without verifying compatibility. Mythbuster: brake fluid doesn't get used up. If it's low, it's either worn pads or a leak. Both need a pro to look at it. Problem number 3. Car pulls to one side when braking. The symptom: you brake and the car darts left or right. On a wet road or in a panic stop, it can feel like the car wants to twist. What it usually means: sticking caliper or seized slide pins so one wheel does way more work. A collapsed rubber brake hose acting like a one-way valve. Contaminated pads or rotors, grease or fluid. On drum brakes, a misadjusted shoe or a leaking wheel cylinder. Why it's dangerous: pulling can spin you if you brake hard while turning or on a slick surface. What to do? First, check tire pressures. A low tire can mimic a brake pull. After a few normal stops, carefully feel the air near each wheel. Don't touch hot metal. One wheel much hotter than the others can point to a sticking caliper. Ask the shop to clean and lube slide pins, inspect caliper pistons and hoses, and adjust rear drums if equipped. If brakes check out, get an alignment and a suspension inspection. Worn parts exaggerate pulls. Problem number 4. Brake warning light on your dash. The symptom. You see a red brake or an amber ABS light, sometimes both. What it usually means. Red brake light. The parking brake is on, the fluid is low, or there's a hydraulic fault. Start here. Amber ABS light. Your anti-lock system has an issue, wheel speed sensor, tone ring, wiring, or the ABS module. Your base brakes may still work, but ABS and stability control might be disabled. What to do? Pull over safely. Make sure your parking brake is fully released. Check the brake fluid level. If it's low or the pedal is soft, don't keep driving. Get it inspected or towed. If only the ABS light is on and the pedal feels normal, you can usually drive gently to a shop. Just give yourself extra following distance. On slippery roads, you won't have ABS to help you. Extra note. Some cars have a separate pad wear sensor. If that light pops on, schedule pads and rotors soon. Problem number 5. Soft or sinking brake pedal. The symptom. You press the pedal and it feels spongy, or it slowly sinks toward the floor. You might have to pump it to get firmness. What it usually means. Air or moisture in the lines. Brake fluid absorbs water over time. Water lowers the boiling point and can cause a soft pedal after heavy braking. Old, dirty fluid that's boiled and formed tiny vapor bubbles. Internal leak in the master cylinder, where fluid bypasses the seals. A failing brake booster typically causes a hard pedal, not a soft one, so don't mix those up. Why it's dangerous. A soft pedal means inconsistent stopping. It might be fine 1 minute and scary the next. What to do? If the pedal sinks to the floor and you can hold it there with your foot, that's a tow. The master cylinder may be failing. If it's just soft, ask for a full brake fluid flush and bleed, leak check, and master cylinder test. Many U.S. manufacturers recommend fresh fluid every 2 to 3 years. Quick driveway check. With the engine off, pump the pedal to remove vacuum assist. Hold steady pressure. If it slowly sinks, you likely have a hydraulic issue. If it holds firm, start the engine. The pedal should drop a bit as the booster kicks in. That means your booster is working. Problem number 6. Burning smell or brake fade. The symptom. You smell a sharp, hot, almost chemical odor after heavy braking, especially on hills. The pedal feels longer, stopping takes more distance, and you might even see smoke from a wheel. What it usually means. Overheated pads and rotors, also called brake fade. The friction material gets so hot it stops working well. A sticking caliper keeping a pad pressed against the rotor. A partially engaged parking brake or a seized cable. Riding the brakes on long descents instead of using engine braking. Why it's dangerous. Fade can sneak up on you fast. In extreme heat, fluid can boil, and you temporarily lose braking. What to do? Pull over to a safe, flat spot. Put the car in park, or in gear if it's manual. Use the foot brake to a full stop, then release it. Don't set the parking brake on a glowing rotor. Pads can stick. Let the brakes cool completely. Then drive gently to a shop to check for glazed pads, sticking calipers, and contaminated hardware. Mountain driving tips for the US. Downshift on long grades. Most automatics have L, 2, or manual mode. Use engine braking. Take cooling brakes on long descents. If you smell that sharp odor, stop before it gets scary. If you tow, consider heavy-duty pads and rotors designed for higher temperatures. Problem number 7. Hissing, squealing, or grinding noises. Symptom A. High-pitched squeal when you brake. Likely cause. Pad wear indicators touching the rotor. This is on purpose. They squeal to warn you it's time for pads. Light surface rust or dust can also squeal after rain. That usually clears after a few stops. What to do? Inspect pad thickness. If you're down to about 1/8 of an inch, 3 millimeters or less, it's time. Replace pads, and usually rotors, together. Ask the shop to clean and lube all hardware. Symptom B. Grinding.
Metal on metal. Likely cause.
Pads are worn through and the metal backing plate is scoring the rotor. What to do? Stop driving. You'll need pads, rotors, and possibly a caliper if the piston overextended. Driving on it just makes the bill bigger. Symptom C. Constant hissing or whooshing when you press the pedal, often heard inside the cabin. Likely cause? Vacuum leak at the brake booster or hose. Can also cause a hard pedal and rough idle. What to do? Have the booster and one-way check valve inspected. A failing booster compromises brake assist. Fix it soon. Note on pad-rotor mismatch. Using pads not designed for your car or for your climate can cause chronic noise. The fix is the correct pad compound and proper lubrication of contact points. Let's wrap this up. Here are the 7 brake problems you should never ignore. Vibration when braking. Fluid leaks or low fluid. Car pulls to one side. Brake warning light on. Soft or sinking pedal. Burning smell or brake fade. Hissing, squealing, or grinding noises. Your car always speaks before it screams. If you listen to these early signs, if you do that 1-minute monthly check, you'll avoid the scary moments and the big bills. Question of the day. Drop this in the comments. Which brake symptom have you experienced, and what did it turn out to be? Bonus points, what state are you in, and how did your local shop fix it? If this helped you, do me a favor. Hit like, it tells YouTube this video keeps drivers safer, share it with a friend who's been meaning to get the brakes checked, and subscribe for more no-nonsense car care videos every week. Tap the bell so you don't miss the next one, a 1-minute test that catches a dying alternator before it ruins your weekend.